Canadian airlines are taking away flights to popular US cities. This after many Canadian vacationers apparently are avoiding the US entirely. Well, if you're planning to fly to the US this summer, you might notice fewer flight options. New data shows a massive drop in demand for air travel between Canada and the US, forcing airlines to cut seats and scale back routes. You're walking into one of America's busiest airports, but it's dead silent. No TSA lines, no crowds, just echoing hallways and empty chairs. And no, this isn't 2020, this is right now summer. 2025 tourism in America is collapsing. Flights canceled, hotels empty, and a staggering 3 million international tourists are staying away this year. What was once a $2 trillion economic machine is now sputtering hard, and while no one's talking about it today, let's zoom out across the US. Airports look like ghost towns at JFK, LAX and Las Vegas terminals echo like abandoned malls. Visitor traffic is down 14% overall. That's a $21 billion wipeout in 2025 alone. Hotels empty, restaurants bleeding, revenue, theme parks losing crowds. For every 1% drop in international tourism, America loses $1.88 billion. This isn't a slump, it's a free fall. Let's talk about Canada. Normally America's #1 tourist source, flights from Canada to the US have dropped by 71% to 76% depending on the route. That's not slow, that's a nosedive, and it's not just Canada. Europe flights down 17% to 28%, South America off by 10%, and shockingly even Americans are cutting back on travel. TSA checkpoint traffic just recorded its first post-pandemic decline. So why is everyone staying away? 3 reasons. Politics, safety, and economics. Politics. The US is in global hot water, trade wars, foreign policy friction, and a tidal wave of diplomatic tension. Earlier this year, Canada and the UK issued travel advisories warning about trips to the US. Even China told its citizens to reconsider. People listen when governments speak. Safety. Headlines don't help. Mass shootings, protests, rising crime. Fair or not, the US isn't seen as safe anymore. Economics. Inflation is eating away at vacation budgets. Flights are expensive, hotels are worse. As one politician said, if people are financing burritos, a trip to Disney just isn't happening. And here's the part no one's saying out loud: travel is becoming a luxury again for the average family. Flying anywhere is a budgeting nightmare. Add in fears about violence, visa delays, and long wait times, and suddenly that dream vacation becomes a station. People aren't just avoiding travel, they're giving up on it. This isn't just a news blip, it's a full-blown tourism crisis, and we're breaking it down piece by piece. If you appreciate clear, grounded insights like this, tap that subscribe button and give this video a like. Let's keep going. Cities that depend on tourists, they're getting wrecked. Las Vegas is down 8% in visitors, thousands of empty rooms every night. Casinos reporting 5% plus revenue drops. New York City might lose 3 million visitors in 2025. That's 3 million people not buying Broadway tickets, not shopping on Fifth Avenue, not spending in restaurants. Small businesses from food trucks to souvenir shops are struggling. Some only just recovered from CO, now they're back on life support. Is this 2020 all over again? At first glance, yes. Empty airports, cancelled flights, disappearing billions. But here's the difference. In 2020, governments closed the borders. Now travelers themselves are choosing to stay away. That's actually worse for the tourism industry, because this time it's about perception, and perception is hard to fix. Tourism is fragile. Economists say it's the first to collapse in a downturn and the last to fully recover if this trend continues through summer. The US could lose 20 to 21 billion by year's end. That's not just money, it's jobs, local revenue, tax, income, and economic momentum gone. America's image as a top travel destination is cracking. It's not just big cities feeling the burn. Small towns that rely on seasonal visitors, coastal getaways, national park hubs, historic districts are seeing their summer income vanish. Gift shops are closing early, local festivals are being cancelled, and once these community economies collapse, they don't bounce back overnight. Can it be turned around? Yes, but not easily. The US Travel Association and federal agencies are scrambling new ad campaigns. Smiling faces, pretty skylines, customs and border protection is expanding fast entry programs. But none of it matters if the tone from the top doesn't change. Negative headlines, foreign policy friction, safety fears, all of it keeps travelers away. This isn't just about vacations, it's about a crumbling perception of what America is and what it offers. And while the terminals sit empty, the cost of silence keeps rising. So what do you think? Are you seeing this tourism collapse where you live? Would you still travel to the US this year? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget, To subscribe for more deep dives into global shifts that actually matter.